So we have talked about this multiple times in class, but just so we have a full recap going on for everybody here. Ultimately, this will be a team project. We started off as a team. The only thing we've done as a team is that we have identified a key topic. Everything else that we're doing as a team is going to be done once we get back from break. We can't do anything else as a team until we have, we can't do, product-wise, we can't do anything else as a team until we have an individual product from each team member. Individually, what we're doing here is we have the week before Thanksgiving and the week after Thanksgiving break, we went through and we identified areas of investigation. Last week, we were also researching those sources. We were finding different sources. And then this week, we've moved on to we're starting to read through our sources, starting to figure out what are our main ideas, what are the sources, what are the reasoning of the sources, how do they develop their standpoint, if there are any gaps, that kind of thing, with our ultimate goal of, okay, this is, I'll break down each one. So this is kind of our notes assignment for right now, and then this is our outline. So we're starting to identify and compare and interpret those perspectives. Okay, so the notes and choosing which evidence for evaluating the main ideas will go into our comparing and interpreting the perspectives about the issue. So major end product here for the project, okay, is our individual outline. This is the big one we're getting ready to write next week. The reverse outline is the first assignment of this week, so working backwards here. The goals for the reverse outline: 1, you get to see a sample report. We've already looked at a sample report with the rhino horn trade. This is formatted a little bit differently as far as the organization. It doesn't have section headings. It is also a cultural/social lens, so it's looking more at the beliefs or the social construct of this particular topic rather than just the political consideration, so you get to see a different lens example here. You also ultimately get to see both the sample report for what yours is ultimately going to look like, or hopefully going to start emulating when we start writing, and then it's also going to give us a chance to practice writing an outline, because the more information we have in our own outlines at the end of the week, the easier it will be to write. So we're going to go through the outline making process, albeit backwards. The second assignment is your notes for this week. The goal here, determine which evidence is most important from each source. I'm also going to write evaluate each source, because particularly in the Cambodian women one and the heroin epidemic sample that I used for my sample outlines that you can take a look at as a guide, they talk about either gaps within the sources or how the sources combine. They talk about introducing the relevance or the credibility of the source. There's, I forget which paragraph of the Cambodian, but they talk about whether there is research or not, okay, or what, if there needs to be more research, okay? So the notes here will help us find what's the most important information from your source, narrowing down potential evidence, because if we have a 5, 6, however many page article, there could be a lot of things, but we need to figure out which one is the potential, which one has would give us the most impact, because even though we're talking about what the actual information says, what the sources say, we can't include information from every single source or all of the information from every source, because we don't have that much space in our final product. Okay? And then the last one is the individual outline. Again, it's what we've been working towards with our research for the past couple of weeks, where we're starting to figure out our perspectives within our lens. Perspectives meaning approaches, meaning different ways of looking at something, possibly stakeholder groups. The Cambodian women one could be helpful for many people because it doesn't have necessarily a clear stakeholder group. It starts off with like the history of the cultural text and then the different applications of it. So giving you some different ideas of how to organize that information. But individual outline, practice organizing it. When you look at the assignment description, it will have some examples of here are things that you need to have. Here are things that would bump you up towards mastery. Here are the things that, here's a process that I would use when I was creating an outline. So again, we've covered this multiple times in class. Just a quick recap so everybody's all on the same page. Do I have another slide? I don't. Okay. Remember, if you have questions, if you're having problems, go to the English tutor room, Schoology message me, come to my office hours on Wednesday, sign up if there's a Wednesday session, or come to either the after school stuff, sign up to come to the PASS after school on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays. Come to the morning sessions and the Commons on Wednesdays from 8 to 11:30. There are multiple options, but if you need help, you just gotta remember you need to ask. And that's the quick overview and purpose of where we're at in the project so far.